Hi, my name is Roxanne Lane, and my proposal argument topic is over world hunger. Experts confirm that humans produce more than enough food to feed every mouth on Earth, which is around 7 billion. So my question is, why are 1 billion people undernourished in the world today? The numbers of those suffering from hunger and malnutrition is greater than AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis combined. Most people don't realize that 1 in 8 people go to bed hungry each night. And I think that if more people learned and understood the world hunger situation, the more of a difference could be made. And there are many factors that cause the numbers of those suffering from malnutrition rise up each year. Extreme weather conditions such as floods, droughts, and high temperatures have a big role in destroying communities and forcing them into years of hardship after wiping out their farms. Civil wars, religious and political conflicts also have often caused people to abandon their homes and jobs out of fear. The most obvious problem would be those countries that are stuck in the cycle of poverty, as poverty leads to lack of resources. Governments also play a huge role in distributing resources and appointing policies that transform the lives of poor and hungry people. Improving the infrastructure of food distribution could benefit the poor countries by a lot. The first world countries have gigantic surpluses of wheat, rice, corn, and other staple crops, but are unable to donate it to poorer countries that need it. These needy countries are usually ran by belligerent governments that will either refuse the food or hold the food hostage. So by encouraging relief agencies and government services to find a better means of proper food distribution, this would go a long way towards solving the problem by delivering the surplus amounts of food to the poverty-stricken areas. As mentioned previously, there is more than enough food produced each year to feed every person worldwide. In fact, more than a third of our food is wasted and costs the global economy $750 billion annually. Here are some more numbers that prove just how negligent people are in richer countries. The food currently lost or wasted in Latin America could feed 300 million people. The food currently wasted in Europe could feed 200 million people, while the food currently lost in Africa could feed another 300 million people. Moving on. There are plenty of organizations that have set goals to help reduce or end world hunger in so many years, but we haven't hit the target quite yet. In the year 2000, presidents and United Nations prime ministers came together in hopes to cut the numbers of those suffering in half by 2015. While we did fall short, the percentage of the undernourished did lower from an 18.6% in 1992 to 10.9% in 2015. Now the 193 member states have decided to take charge and are aiming for an even bigger goal of ending poverty and world hunger by the year 2030. While many think it sounds like an impossible mission, it is entirely achievable. Graziano da Silva recently stated that the total investment would be $260 billion per year over the course of the next 15 years. Given that this is more or less equivalent to the 0.3% of the global GDP, I personally think that it is a relatively small price to pay to end hunger. This would average $160 a year for each person living in extreme poverty, which amounts to a pair of Yeezy sneakers and is less than an August air conditioning bill. If more people looked into what they can do and how to help reduce the number of those suffering, and then use their voice to influence others to do the same, things could really get moving. Most people don't believe that ending world hunger is possible, which is why many people don't even try to look into ways that they could help out. The problem of world hunger is going to be an issue as long as the world population continues to be significantly higher than the amount of food farmers are able to produce. Controlling population growth has proven to be particularly unpopular and almost impossible to administer. While many organizations have dedicated all of their time to bring down the numbers of those suffering from hunger and poverty, involving unified efforts of agricultural experts and considerable amounts of money and materials from world leaders, seems to be the only way to terminate world hunger for good. Thank you.